nearly 300 fewer than in June.
Security is being stepped up in Washington, D.C. ahead of former President Donald Trump's court appearance tomorrow. He is expected to answer to 4 new counts related to efforts to overturn the 2020 election. NBC's Garrett Haake reports.
This morning, Donald Trump accused of grave offenses against the country he once led and the Constitution he swore to protect. The former president indicted by a federal grand jury on 4 felony counts, accused of conspiring to overturn the 2020 election he lost to President Joe Biden. That effort, according to special counsel Jack Smith, culminating in the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
Described in the indictment, it was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant, targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government, the nation's process of collecting, counting, and certifying the results of the presidential election.
The sweeping 45-page indictment charges the former president with conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against people's right to vote and have their votes counted. Prosecutors say despite losing the election, Mr. Trump was, quote, determined to remain in power and spread lies that he had actually won. But prosecutors say Mr. Trump knew those claims were false. The indictment outlining that the former president was told there was no evidence of election fraud by key officials, including the vice president, Justice Department leaders, the director of national intelligence, and even state courts. Mr. Trump, prosecutors say, deliberately disregarded the truth.
That was Garrett Haake reporting. Trump's former Vice President Mike Pence says the indictment serves as an important reminder anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be president of the United States. Approval of the U.S. Supreme Court is at a record low. A recent survey found the approval of the high court stands at 40%. This poll was conducted in July, just after the justices made decisions on affirmative action, student loan forgiveness, and voting rights. The court's approval rating has remained steady since late 2021, when it allowed a restrictive Texas abortion law to stand.
This afternoon, we're continuing to press Raleigh police